Just test the mic there, just make sure everything's working fine. Hello and good evening from Jakarta. I'm Mr. Gary, this is English Speaking Skills. This evening we're going to look at shun pronunciations, T-I-O-N, suffixes on words. We're going to look at some meanings, we're going to look at some examples. 21 to be precise, so we're going to dive right in. We have a little running order, we're going to tell you a little bit about that as we start this evening's stream. I beg your pardon, because my voice is a little bit croaky, I think, this evening. So we're just going to have a little look at shun words this evening. And if you are watching on replay, be sure that you enable the chat if anybody comes by, and you can see what we're discussing. Visit my website, mrgary.com, for more information. Link down there, I'll put a link in the description as well later on. If you have any difficulties with English or you have any problems with this stream, let me know in the chat. Or if you're catching up on VOD and you have any suggestions, let me know and I'll try and address those as best as I can. Maybe you have ideas or you have some problems of English. By all means, let me know. Pop them in the comments and I'll try and help you. And as always, thanks for supporting the channel, thanks for coming by to watch me, and it's appreciated. Perhaps one of your friends might appreciate it too, so drop a recommendation to them if anything that I touch on helps you, and it might help your friends as well, so make sure you do those things. That's all good. Alright, let's get cracking, and we're going to have a little look at the first one. So as I mentioned, little order coming tonight, or in today's stream should I say. We're going to look at shun words, a little bit about them. Then we're going to have the vocabulary, the words set into three separate parts, followed by on each section. Alright, so you can see there: vocabulary 1, game; vocabulary 2, game; vocabulary 3, little game; and Q&As. If we get anybody coming in the chat, I'll take some questions and answers. And as I said, be sure to make sure that those are for you. Okay, make sure they're in the chat, make sure they're in the comments so I can easily see them, and as soon as I get any coming through on the chat, I will of course respond. Okay, so that's the Q&A. Then it'll be a case of closing the stream, and that's it really for the day, I think. So yeah, hopefully it's a really nice stream, hopefully it's nice and easy. Hello, Pallavi is joining us, so we're going to go straight into it. So here's the introduction. And suffix words are words of the Latin origin, alright, or words of Latin origin, and used to form abstract nouns from verbs, or stems not identical with verbs. So what that means is they might not always be the same, so we have to watch for that. Whether as expressing an action, revolution, or commendation, or state, like contrition, starvation; associated meanings, relation, or temptation. Alright, so there we go. Lots of nice little words for you there. So we're going to get straight in. We're going to look at the first set of 7. Here we go, word set 1. Now chat, if you think or you can think of a sentence, you can put that in the chat and I'll read it out for you, and I'll help you with that. Maybe you've got some more questions as well, so by all means let me know and in the chat or in the comments, and I'll certainly address those as best as I can. Abbreviation, 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 abbreviation. Abbreviation is shortening something by omitting parts of it. Alright, usually it's a word. Alright, so what do I mean by an abbreviation? Well, if we look in the chat box, let's have a look at it is, for example. All right. We can put that as it's. All right. I'll put that in the chat box. Thank you, Pallavi. Yes, I'm great, just to let you know. So there is an abbreviation. Instead of saying it is, we could say it's. Now, your English teachers or whoever may also say that those are conjugated or shortened words. And if it's shortened like that, then it becomes an abbreviation in cases. But we have to look at and consider the other cases as well. So don't be put off if they give you another word for it. Abbreviation. So what can we abbreviate? Well, we can abbreviate people's name. Usually conjugated verbs and pronouns can be abbreviated. We could say that those are abbreviated too. Many words can be abbreviated, and especially with internet language, as I call it, or internet English, you find that abbreviations are becoming more common, like LOL. All right, LOL meaning laugh out loud. Okay, maybe you know some other internet phrases that we use on chat apps, we use on chat forums, messaging apps, those kinds of things. If you do, put those in the chat box. I will read them out and tell you all about them. So what abbreviations do you know? Do you know any abbreviated words? Abdicate or abdication. All right. Sorry, let me just highlight that again. Number one, abbreviate is the base form of the word. Abbreviate. Okay, please abbreviate this, or that's a good abbreviation. Notice, abbreviation is a noun. Hello there, Mr. Hassan. Good evening. Abdication. So the act of giving up power. And you might find a member of the royal family abdicates, to abdicate. Okay. Pardon me while I take a drink. Let's have a look. So the act of giving up power. So the Queen will never abdicate. The British Queen will never abdicate. All right. However, future kings and queens may opt for abdication for various reasons. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, I've missed you all very much as well. If you know any of these words or you want to put them in a sentence, go right ahead and I'll read them out. We've got a little game afterwards. Abduction. Abduction. It's a criminal act of carrying someone away by force. Think children. All right. Of children is a crime. All right, and trafficking of children is a crime, especially without parental consent, without parents agreeing, guardians agreeing. We can say that abduction is a heinous crime. All right, we don't like abduction, don't want it. So aberration, a state or a condition markedly different from the norm. All right. So if we think that a situation is normal and then it suddenly changes, we could talk about aberration. All right. So it's quite a tricky one, is this one, chat? Quite a tricky one, and it seems my light might have gone out there. There we go. I do apologise, chat. That that the light went out. So aberration, and we'll just have a look at some example sentences of aberration to see how and why that word can be used, because it's not always straightforward, is it? It can be a little bit tricky. We considered our defeat to be an aberration, meaning it's out of the norm. Alright, it's not a normal thing. Since we'd easily beaten the team last season. Here's one example. Example number 2. The discovery of the aberration of light in 1725 due to James Bradley is one of the most important in the whole domain of astronomy. Alright, so talking about discovery of actual light and the particles, wavelengths, etc. The residents considered the recent surge in burglaries to be an aberration. The neighborhood was known for its safety. So straight away there we could see that a normal situation changes very abruptly, very quickly, and that then is an aberration, chat. So good. Well done. We lost your schedule. Oh yes, don't worry about my schedule. I know there are elections happening and holidays happening as well, so you know people can't attend, people can't join at normal. It's no problem. All right, here on YouTube, no problem at all. If you can't join, it's no problem. I'm happy to. All right, but I'm not going to get upset when people don't join. That's just the way. That's the nature of the beast, is what we say. All right, number 5 is ablation, the erosive process that reduces the size of glaciers. So ablation is taking place in the world, in the Himalayas, in the Arctic Circle, the Antarctic Circle, in the Pyrenees, any other mountain ranges where there are glaciers, Alaska, across the northern hemisphere. We do have other ice masses, I'm aware, around different parts of the world, and scientists are saying that ablation is going to be a contributing factor to sea rise. Okay, so these glaciers high up in the mountains, high up in the higher latitudes of Earth, once the ablation accelerates, it means that the sea levels will start changing. Okay. Abolition, the act of washing oneself as for ritual purposes. So this is one I know in certain faiths, certain religions, certain cultures, ablution might be a common thing. All right, especially if we're going to pray or anything like that. Abolition, number 7, abolition, and that is doing away with a system or a practice or institution. And abolition can be like it says there, doing away, getting rid of. All right, so what things would you like to abolish, chat? I know some people would like to abolish laws, they would like to abolish companies, they would like to abolish government institutions, because they're a waste of time and money, some of them. You know, when we're abolishing something, we're literally getting rid of it. Not even replacing it. Okay, so interesting one there. Right, okay, so we're going to have a little look at word set 1. Okay, so we're going to go back there. I'm hoping that number 3 has it saved. Oh yeah, no it hasn't. Maybe that's on another tab then. Okay, right. Okay, now it's your turn then, chat. So this one might be a little bit tricky, so I'll try my best to make this work. And there we go. Hold on a second. There we are. Right, okay, so hopefully this is a nice, easy one for you, chat. I hope you can hear me all okay there as well. I'm just going to join the stream, just make sure that it's working fine as well. Yes, you can. Good. I need to get rid of the echo there, don't I? A lot of echo going on. Right, okay, chat. So, excuse me, here we go. Right, okay, so let's try number one then, if you think you know the answer. And number one is a state or a condition markedly different from the norm. Okay, a state or a condition markedly different from the norm. Put your answer in the chat box if you think you know the answer to that one. If you're not sure, then just say skip. Type skip, and then what we'll do is we'll skip to number two. Okay, do the easy ones first, chat. That's one of the techniques I try to teach. If you don't know, go to the easy ones, and then you use process of elimination. Okay. I don't know if there's anybody in chat at the moment, so I'm going to proceed. And let's have a look at this. The criminal act of carrying someone away by force. Well, that one is an abduction, isn't it? So that's abduction, that one. Okay. Aberration, is it? Aberration. We'll leave that for now, chat. We'll leave that for now. Number three. Number four, doing away with a system or practice or institution. And we said that that one is, what is it, chat? Let's have a look. Abolish. Abolition. All right. Abolition. So there we go. Number four. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, number 5. To shorten a word by omitting parts of it. To shorten a word by omitting parts of it is what? What is it? Any ideas? Abbreviation. If you said abbreviation, I think you're correct. Okay. The act of giving up power. Well, that one is abdication, chat. It's abdication. The act of washing oneself as for ritual purposes. So which one is that? Which one is that? Okay, let's have a little look. Aberration, I think. Which one was it? Nobody here now, so we're going to try, and I hope we get this one right. Aberration. Okay. The act of washing oneself, or ablation. Let's have a look at that. Some of these are very similar, chat, so let's try and see if we get that one correct. Okay. Just knock something on the floor there, just give me a second. Right, okay, so we can see here we've got two. It's just a case of swapping those around. But anyway, that's okay. So the next one, the next set, chat, we have to review that. So we'll just show the answers. Okay. So a state or a condition markedly different from the norm is, and let's have a look at this one. Ablation is the erosive process that reduces the size of glaciers. Okay, the corrosive process. Yes, it's not good when these here glaciers start melting, right? So it's it's not a good one. Okay, let's go back to this one. Yeah, just confirming that. So, abbreviation, shortening of something, omitting parts of it. Abdication, the act of giving up power. Abduction, the criminal activity or act of carrying someone away by force. Aberration, a state or a condition markedly different from the norm. Ablation, the erosive process that reduces the size of a glacier. Abolition, act of washing oneself as for ritual purposes. Okay, and abolition. There we go. So let's. I should have done this one earlier. Game time. The need to constantly check that we understand and are able to use accurately the vocabulary we have learned on a continuous basis. Absolutely, chat. And if you want to play any of these games, I'll put the link later on in the chat box so you can go to it yourself and practice. Okay. That's a duplicate. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, yes, I think we've skipped something there. There's something not right. But anyway, we'll go on to number 3, and we'll cut the stream short if it's a little bit of an error somewhere there. Okay. 15, addition. The arithmetic operation of summing. Okay, so adding, to add two numbers together. We have addition, one of the operators of maths. Adjudication, the final judgment in a legal proceeding, or perhaps a competition. I think we could say that. Think about Britain's Got Talent or something like that. There is always adjudication there. Adjuration. The solemn and earnest appeal of someone to do something. Administration, the act of governing or exercising authority. Admiration, a feeling of delight, approval and liking. A domination, a firm rebuke. So, refusal, alright? When we rebuke somebody or something, we're saying no, we don't like that, or we know we that, etc. We are rebuking somebody. Alright. Adoption, preceding creating a parent. Child relation between persons. So when we talk about adoption, we might adopt children perhaps have behavioural difficulties, perhaps there's been an issue in the family and the parent can no longer care for the child, then they get put up for adoption. Something not very nice, but unfortunately we have to talk about it here. So there we go. Adoption. Right, okay, so just a summary then on these ones. These are just a small number of shun words. There are many more. As always, the more you study, the more studying English you do, the more you can enhance your skills by expanding your vocabulary range. Try using these words where appropriate and as often as possible. Write them down and use them. Those are my tips for anybody who's joining or anybody who's watching on catch up. Thank you so much for watching on that. Okay. So just to close out the stream now, what I will do is over here I will leave a playlist, and here is a little video. Perhaps you want to pursue more studies in English speaking, and I've got plenty of videos just for you. Go over there and I'll see you there. Have a great day.